What's going on, guys? It's Leo. So I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to kind of talk about some fundamentals of Tesla. I know normally I just do the technical analysis, which we will get to after this article. But this is pretty big. This is those of y'all that aren't aware. Hertz has ordered 100,000 Teslas in a deal that's reportedly worth $4.2 billion in revenue for Tesla. Now, if we come over here and we take a look at the earnings for Tesla, we can see in their most recent quarter that their actual revenue is 13.76 billion. So you can see that it's roughly a 30% increase. That's a 30% increase in their actual revenue from the prior quarter. So I mean, that is significant. And if you go back to, look, let's see, looks like Q1, 2, 3. So I mean, you're looking at anywhere from a 30 to 40% increase in revenue. Now, we jump back over here to this Tesla article. To me, this is really big. It's big because you're going to have advertising revenue. So, I mean, think about whenever you have a phone, right? And you go out with your friends and you see that they have this new shiny, I don't even keep up with the iPhones, but iPhone 13 or whatever's the most recent one out. You look at it, you kind of play with it, you're like, wow, this is really cool. I really like this. That's effectively what is happening here with this rental car deal. You're going to have a lot of people renting out the model. I think it's the Model S that this is for. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the Model S. And they're going to be renting that car. It's an advertising for them. Maybe they're out on business, whatever. They fall in love with the car, so then they place orders. So this deal is actually bigger than 100,000 Teslas. This is a massive advertising opportunity for Tesla, and they don't really do any advertising of their own. Elon Musk, he funnels all of his extra capital into research and development. So I mean, this is huge. I cannot stress this enough. It's going to be the single largest order of electric vehicles in history. So this effectively, so to speak, is going to act like the gateway car for Tesla in a massive revenue source and a massive advertising possibility. Hertz goes on to say, where is it? I just saw it and now it's gone. That Hertz now plans to electrify nearly all of its roughly 500,000 cars and vans, with the Tesla order comprising a significant first chunk. So, this is big. This is really big and very optimistic for them. Hertz also talks about how that if you're renting one of these cars from them, that you'll be able to use the Tesla network of over 3,000 superchargers across the country and Europe. They also say that they plan on supplementing these chargers with thousands of its own dispersed throughout its location and its network. So, this is big. This is really big. It's possible that Tesla could work in some sort of a deal here with them that anybody owning a Tesla would be able to use these Hertz vehicle chargers that they're putting in. So, the days of having to worry about, can I make a road trip with my Tesla down to Houston from Dallas, or going from Los Angeles to San Francisco and whatnot? I think those days are pretty much over. Maybe they've been over for quite a while. I personally don't own a Tesla, but if I'm thinking about getting one, that's one of my concerns. And I've been thinking about getting one recently, but my concern for a long time had been, I drive a lot, I go places. I don't want to be in a situation where I don't have a charger that's available. Maybe they're all taken up or whatnot. So, I mean, the fact that they're getting thousands more of these chargers just makes them that much more accessible. So let's go ahead and jump over to the technical analysis. I don't want to bore you all with talking too much, but what I think we're looking at here is a $1,500 Tesla coming up. And so what I've done here is we on the big picture, I think that we have a 1-2 coming in, right? But then we get a 1-2, right? And we go up for our third. Now, that one key that I always look for to figure out where I am in the Elliott wave count is I look for that consolidation period for my fourth, because I know that that's extremely common. Okay, so we can see that contracting here. Just because I have it marked up as a triangle doesn't necessarily mean that it is one. But what this is really denoting is the reduction in volatility, the sideways consolidation. And I know that that's likely a 4. So then I can take a step back and look at the expansion within this subwave here. So we get a 1, 2, 3, right? And then we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 5th, right? Because you have the micro degree and then you have your lower degree below that. So what this lower degree is the subwaves for the 5th of the micro, right, of the subminute, which is the 3 up here. So then we get the 4, 5 of the 3rd. We have a little ABC in there for the 4th, and now we're moving on up. And I'll have a video link to my prior analysis. I haven't really updated this a whole lot. I've had this on here for a while, but this Hertz article is potentially a catalyst to drive us up to this price. And as you can see, I believe we're already making all-time highs again. So what I've done here essentially is I have measured off. Where is it? There it is. So I've measured the length of the 1, projecting from the 4. And so what we're doing here is we're getting one of the most likely extensions you're going to get is the 61.8. So what that does is that gives us a target of 1519 for Tesla. And that would be the 3rd of the larger degree. So, long term here, we still have a lot to go, because if you're looking for it to do, let me see here. I'm going to bump this up to the 1 week so we can see it a little better. Okay. Jesus. Why did it? There we go. Okay. Sometimes TradingView can be a little bit difficult to work with. So, if we're looking for it to put up a 3, we're going to assume we get a 4. Now, we know that our most likely retracement for the 4th wave is going to be a 382 retracement. It's also very likely to retrace within the territory of the prior, the 1 degree lower on the subwaves, right? So it would very likely retrace within this territory. So, we get something like this going on, probably come back to the median line of this larger pitchfork here, and then we move off for a 5th wave, which would put us into the, higher thousands. So, it depends on where the 4th wave goes. One thing you can kind of do is if you just estimate it based on what the price action has previously done. So if we come in here, go from the 2 up to where we think the 3rd is going to finish there at $1,500. We can see that, okay, well, there's our 382 at about $1,000. So now we can kind of estimate where the 5th will go. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to measure the length of the 1st, right? Project it from the 4. That's distorted. I need to fix that. No, that's not going to work. It's just too small relative to where we are. So sometimes you'll run into this issue where your wave, you get a real small wave here, right? So this first wave here only goes up to $80. And so now it's distorted, right? Because price action for the 3rd has just gone so parabolic. I use a logarithmic chart so that it can expand the price action and make it easier to see. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base this off the algorithms. So we can do here for the 5th wave target. Let's see. All right, so we had prior algo action here, right? It blew through the negative 236. So what we can do is we can pull from the highs to new highs, right? So now if it goes up to here to 1500, we pull back to the 50 around $800 or so. Then we get a target up there for the 5th wave of 1888. So, we'll call it $1,900 for Tesla. So, that's down the road, but the technical analysis, I believe, it's certainly there to support it. And this is hypothetical, obviously for the 3rd wave, it could keep going. It could go, it could go technically. Let's see here. Measure the first, actually, the most likely target would be, most likely target would be up there at, so technically your most likely extension is going to be 100% the length of the 1st projected from the 4th, but 3,000, that is, that's it. That's tripling the value of Tesla as it stands. So that's why I went with the 618. I don't. I mean, it could. Maybe that's where we're going. Maybe we are going to 3,000. That's the thing about technical analysis. A lot of times you won't see the reason on a fundamental side for price to get there until later on. I've been doing this for years now, and I firmly believe that they write the news to match the price action. So, price action already knows where it's going. It's going up here, say $3,000. But what ends up happening, somewhere around here, let's say that another two rental car companies come out and say, we've signed another 100,000 car deal with Tesla, right? So what is that going to do to the price? So, you know, I would say you have two targets here, one being 1,500, the other being 3,000. Take that, take what you will from that. I believe I remember seeing somewhere recently, some hedge fund manager had predicted a $3,000 Tesla. So, it's possible. It's there. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. What'll give us a better idea as to which target we're going to end up hitting is if we get some more subwaves, we get some more subdivision in here for the fifth of the third. So if I count out my subwaves and I've got a projection showing that, okay, well, it's likely that the fifth is going to end up here around $1,500, well, then that's very likely what we could be running into. So that gives you a little bit more of a confluent zone. It's narrowing down your price range of where we could be going. All right, well, I think this video has run long enough. If you have any further questions for me, just feel free to drop them below. And also let me know what you think about this style of video where I do a little bit of fundamental talk, and then we take a look at the technical analysis side of it as well. Personally, my style of investing and swing trading is, because you can do technical analysis on any chart, but the problem is that I want there to be a fundamental drivers behind it. So if I do my technical analysis and I see, we put in a 1, we've gone back for a 2. Do I really want to buy here? But then, for example, if I see that let's say Ethereum, and Ethereum hasn't done this, but let's say that Ethereum has put in a big 1-2, right? And right around where we're pulling back to the 2, a couple weeks, we're supposed to be releasing we're supposed to do the merger for Ethereum 2.0 staking, right? So now it's completely merged. So that's my catalyst, right? So I like to look for fundamental catalysts that are going to be driving with my technical analysis. And that's essentially what that is that's providing more confluence on a fundamental side, right? So have a little bit more confidence in my swing trades whenever I do a little bit of fundamental research. Anyway, so please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.